Smelly Slidey. Slidey was a clever dog. He was smart. He was loyal. He would get the newspaper for his master, Mr. Mora. He would get Mr. Mora slippers. He could roll over and sit up. He could lie down and shake hands. But Slidey had one terrible bad habit. He loved to roll in mania. Whenever he had the chance, he would race down to Farmer Brown's farm. Slidey would point his nose high up in the air. Then he would begin to sniff. He would sniff, and soon he picked up a whiff of what he loved, manure. One day, Son ran to the chicken yard. He wiggled and wormed his way under the fence. Then he lay down and rolled it over and over. He scooted through the dirt and manure. Then when he has enough, Sile wiggled wormed his back under the fence. Then once again, he put his nose high up into the air and began to sniff. Soon Sandy sniffed his smell of favorite cow manure. Through the fence into the barn he went. He found the biggest pile of cow manure. He jumped on it. He rolled around and around. He rubbed his fur around the delightful smelling of cow manure. Oh, this is heaven, he thought. When he had enough, Snowy stood up again, the stick of his nose high into the air, and again he began to sniff. Soon he smelled another lovely odor. It drifted toward him from the stable. Cindy panted with excitement at the smell of another favorite horse manure. After rolling around the horse manure, Sam felt more refreshed. He walked happily from the stable. And what do you think he smelled? You guessed it. It's drifting past the stable of cows. Austrian favorites adore pig manure. Off the ran toward the pig pen. Soon he was standing over a mud pole. He jumps in and rolled around its mud and pig manure. Cindy felt content. He thought he smelled great, so he headed back home. When he arrived home, he slipped through the doggy door and into his home. Mrs. Mora nose went into the air. He began to sniff. Cindy, what is that awful odor I smell? Have you been down on Farmer Brown again? You bet, dog. You smell absurd, awful. Cindy put his tail between his leg and looked for a place to hide. Then he put his nose in the air. He sniffed. Suddenly he smelled the most dreamed odor of all, soap.